diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me DaRon Bland, who's a quarterback out of Sacramento State. How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. Can you just describe to our viewers a little bit about your overall career?
Started out in high school, went to Central Catholic, got recruited by Coach Sears, who was the head coach at the time. And then from there, I started running track and playing football as a freshman. And then I played my freshman year, mostly played special teams. And then I first got my start as sophomore, and then started ever since.
Cool. So, I mean, you've been a starter now for a couple years, going in on your third year as being a starter. This past year was actually really good for you. You ended up getting first team all conference and also being acknowledged as really the most outstanding DB at Sacramento State, which is pretty cool. DaRon, I have you listed in my notes, about 6 foot, 200, maybe 205 pounds. Is that accurate?
Yep, that's accurate.
Cool. So what do you believe is the best part about your game? You know, what's the best thing you bring to the table?
Just I'm able to guard anybody. If whoever you want to put me against, I'll guard them.
All right. So like, if I ask you to go out there and guard a tight end, is that going to be good? You comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that.
All right. Well, that's good. That's what I want to hear. So, you know, everybody's situation this off season is really wonky. I mean, obviously with the you know, COVID restrictions and going to school, getting the call, getting into meetings. You know, you guys just recently kind of postponed things till like the spring. Just walk me through your situation this off season. You know, what have you been working on? You know, how have you you know, where you've been working out? You know, how are you trying to make yourself better this off season?
Taking anything day by day. Wake up in the morning, hit the field, work out, and you most try to do like my lifting part in the house.
So basically, you know, kind of like you said, I mean, just taking it day by day, you know, try not to let all the worries of this world get to you. You know, I totally get you there. Obviously this upcoming season, you know, kind of puts you in a leadership role there. If not, I mean, obviously you're kind of like the leader of your position group, but talk to me a little bit about maybe, you know, what being a leader is for you. Like, what kind of a leader are you? Just chat with me a little bit about all that.
Early is like understanding my guys, you know, taking action, you know, seeing like how like they feel and how the coaches feel, you know, trying to bring that together and stuff, just like that.
Cool. And walk me through the film room a little bit for you. I mean, what's your general practice there? Like when you're studying your opponent, what are some of the things that you study?
I like to read his stances first off, and his releases from press to off, how he breaks off his routes, and how he his tone is on his route when he looks for the ball.
Cool. So, walk me through a little bit. What does a game day look like for you? You know, just you wake up, you do your thing. Just talk me through your game day, just in general.
Wake up, have a walkthrough, and then eat breakfast, take a nap, and then I get to the facility early to take a hot bath, get warm, and then listen to music, get taped, and then pregame from there.
Cool. So it sounds like hot bath, game, cold bath, rinse, repeat. So I totally get it. Um, throughout your career so far, I don't know, walk me through maybe a very memorable play or moment in your, that really, I don't know, maybe defines you as an athlete. Maybe one of the highlights of your career.
The highlight definitely is the Arizona State fumble in the end zone. It was most memorable for me just because I kept him out the end zone, and like it was a big play, a big turnaround for our team.
So is it more memorable that you caused the fumble or the stop, for them, like the goal line situation? I mean, what makes that the most memorable for you?
Really the stop. It was a big stop.
Cool. So, I mean, I guess the question really is, are you a confident tackler? I guess is what I'm getting at. So,
Oh yeah, I'll tackle anybody.
gotcha. What kind of corner do you see yourself as? I mean, do you see yourself as like a physical press corner? Do you see yourself more as a zone or man? Kind of, I don't know. Talk to me a little bit about really what you see yourself doing or what you're good
Um,
at.
I definitely like being physical at the line, but it does. I don't have no preference of playing press or being off and man, but it's mostly I like playing man.
Cool. Let's take a step off the football field for a little bit. Um, Tell me a little bit about maybe who you are off the field. I mean, tell me about your major there at Sac State. What are you doing?
Majoring in kinesiology. So when I was younger, I always wanted to like help people, and this way I could help people from older age to younger age, just learning about their body and stuff.
Cool. And where is that going to ultimately like end up? Like, what do you see yourself doing with that, like in the future?
I've always thought of myself being as a physical therapist or athletic trainer, or physical trainer.
Cool. Or coach, who knows?
Yeah.
So if people don't already know, DaRon, you have a well-established track and field career in high school as well as college there at Sac State. So talk me through those experiences a little bit.
Well, they're both obviously different, two different sports, but I say track was like more accomplishment for me. Just seeing like how like I grew from high school to college and like my marks and how much I got better.
So let's talk about some of these numbers, man, because like when I look at these numbers, I'm pretty impressed, and I want to make sure that people know about them. So in my notes, I have about a 100 meter, a 6 foot 6 inch high jump, 24-foot long jump, 47-foot triple jump. I mean, those things, I mean, if people don't know, I mean, those are really excellent numbers. Maybe not necessarily Olympic, but they're certainly, noteworthy and awesome numbers as a high schooler, even in college. So your experiences on the track, running track in some of those other events, how have they translated to the football field for you?
Really just learning how to be explosive out of everything, out of like every like body movement.
Cool. So I mean, again, just kind of getting a jump, jumping a route,
Yeah.
And things of that nature. So cool. So let's give a shout out maybe to some of the guys that have helped mold and shape you over the years. Talk to me first just a little bit about some of the coaches that have been a part of your life. Maybe a lesson you learned from somebody. I don't know. Give a shout out to some guy.
Definitely my high school track coach, Coach Simmons, really just teach me how to like just face adversity and My guy Brett Butler is molding me helped mold my mindset of who I am and stuff. And now Coach Key just molding me just like to think my IQ and my position like on the team as like trying to be a leader and being outspoken and stuff.
Great. And more or less kind of along those same lines, let's give a shout out to some of your teammates. Who are some of the guys that we need to know? Or maybe, I don't know, talk to me about some of the guys that have just impressed you over the years.
First off, Marcus Hawkins, a linebacker. Seeing him, he's everywhere all around the field. Wherever the ball goes, he's there. And then Elijah Dotson, you never know what he's going to do in the game. He always makes some type of spectacular play, either a run, a catch, a block. Doesn't matter. Something spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, Elijah Dotson's definitely one of the guys that's really one of my favorites. Watching him do his thing. I kind of joke a little bit, like what it would be like to have both of you guys like in a race, like who would win. So I don't know. Are we calling him out a little bit? How would you answer that? Who'd win that race?
Probably, it would for sure be me.
All right.
I gotta get that myself.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'd be close. I mean, on the football field, I don't know. He might have you by like a meh, but on that track, I think you got it. So, hey man, as we begin to wrap up a little bit, I ask everybody this question. Give me your why. Why do you play football?
My mom and my dad, and really mostly my mom.
Cool. And so I guess they're like your main motivation, your family, which is really cool. Give me your final pitch to a professional team as to maybe what they're going to get if they would sign or draft you. What do you bring as a teammate?
Just a hard worker, and if any job you're going to give me, I'll do. It's really just it.
Cool. So I mean, again, DaRon, I mean, I do feel like you're really one of the better athletes at defensive back that people really need to get to know. I look at you and what you bring to the table. Your size is excellent size. Your athleticism is elite. I feel like even if I, had my corners filled up, like I could probably put you back there at safety, like because I know that's more or less what you started at when you first started there. I guess as a freshman or sophomore.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do feel like you add just a lot of depth to any secondary. And the other thing too, obviously, is just your athleticism and being able to jump routes, also being able to go out there like on special teams and get down the field maybe as a gunner or such. I mean, I feel like you really add an extra element that people really need to know. Mm-hmm. DaRon, thank you for your time. Again, this is DaRon Bland. He's a cornerback out of Sacramento State, really one of the top defensive backs in the small schools. Thank you for your time, DaRon.
Thank you.